In this chapter polynomial, the final topic I am taking here division algorithm for polynomial, and for this we are practicing from class 9. We have done lots of question in class 9th in which we are dividing a given polynomial by another polynomial, and here we are doing the division algorithm for finding the zeros of the polynomial. What we know, if we are getting a linear polynomial then only one zero we have, and if you are getting a quadratic polynomial then we have two zeros, and for a cubic polynomial we have three zeros. And if a polynomial is given and if the zeros are given, then we are able to divide that one by the given zeros. Then which one is the dividend, which one is the divisor, what we are getting as the quotient, what we are getting as the remainder, all these things here we are discussing in this presentation. Then in class 10 the division algorithm for polynomial is given, and that is similar to the division rule. Dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. Dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. For example, suppose we have to divide a number 7 by 2, and if you are dividing 7 by 2, we have to divide a number 7 by 2, and if you are dividing, then the quotient we are getting as 3 and the remainder we are getting as 1. Then 7 is written as 2 into 3 plus 1. This is similar to the Euclid division lemma we have done in the first presentation. There also I am taking the same example. If we have to divide 7 by 2, then how will you write 7? Then 7 is written as 2 into 3 plus 1. 2 into 3 is 6 plus 1. Here the divisor is 2 by which we are dividing, and the dividend is 7. Which number we are dividing? We are dividing 7. For this reason dividend is 7 and divisor is 2, and quotient we are getting as 3. In the division we are getting the quotient as 3, and the remainder we are getting 1. This remainder we are taking, and 7 is written as 2 into 3 plus 1. Then here we have the division algorithm for the polynomial. Suppose the polynomial are given to you. We have the functions. Polynomial are the function consisting of, it consists of coefficient and variable. The constant numbers are called coefficient, and variable x, y, z, you may take any variable. Then if fx and gx are any two polynomial, fx and gx are any two polynomial means any two functions are given to you, and this condition is necessary, gx should not be equal to 0. If you are getting gx 0 means gx we are taking the divisor, and if you are dividing any value by 0 we are not getting any value that is not defined. Then we can find polynomial. We are getting the polynomial if we have two polynomial fx and gx, and if we have this gx not equal to 0, then we are getting these two polynomial qx and rx, where qx means the quotient and rx means the remainder. Qx, the quotient we are calling qx, and remainder we are calling as rx. Then d is equal to d into q plus r. Dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. And if you are putting all these values, because the function dividend we are taking as fx, divisor we are taking gx, quotient we are getting as qx, and remainder is rx, then fx is written as gx into qx plus rx. Up to when we have to do the division, whether we are getting the remainder as 0. This one is important and this you should know. Up to when we are dividing a number on a polynomial, up to when whether we are getting 0 or the degree of the remainder is less than the degree of divisor. If the degree of remainder is, because in this chapter we have to divide the polynomial, then up to which step we have to leave the division, then we have to observe this. The degree of remainder should be less than degree of the divisor. If you are not getting this condition, it means that we have to do the further division. And one more concept you have to learn. We are saying sometime this polynomial is divisible by the given one. We are getting the question in class 9th also. Then if the remainder we are getting as 0, when we are dividing two polynomial and the remainder we are getting 0, then we are calling, suppose the first function you are taking as fx and you are dividing by gx and remainder you are getting 0, it means that we are able to say gx is a factor of px. In some question we have to check whether the given polynomial is a factor of the other one or not. Then we are observing this. We are dividing the polynomial, that two polynomial, and we are observing whether we are getting the remainder 0 or not. If the polynomial fx and gx we have, and if we have to check whether the given polynomial gx is a factor of fx or not, then we are dividing fx by gx, and if you are getting the remainder 0, it means that yes, it is a factor of the given polynomial. Then here I am taking a question, and in this question we have to divide the polynomial fx by gx, and we have to find the quotient and remainder in this. We have done these kinds of question in class 9th also and class 8th too. The function fx is given x cube minus 3x square plus 5x minus 3, and gx I am taking x square minus 2. This question is from your NCERT book, exercise 2.3, question number first, part first. And we have to find quotient and remainder when we are dividing fx by gx. Then how to divide these two polynomial? Then gone through the working rule. We know the division, but still we are revising the process. First we are arranging the terms of dividend and the divisor in the decreasing order of their degrees. Arrange the terms of dividend and the divisor. Sometimes, suppose in this question the divisor is given x square minus 2, and if it is given minus 2 plus x square, then we have to rearrange the divisor. Then in step second, to get the first term of quotient, divide the highest degree term of the dividend by the highest degree term of the divisor. For doing the division, we are following the same process. By the highest degree of the divisor, we are dividing the highest degree of the dividend. We are making the highest degree. First value, the first term of the degree, we are making the same when we are dividing by the divisor. We are taking the quotient, and that quotient when we are multiplying with divisor, we are getting the same degree as the dividend. Then in this question, if you are dividing the given polynomial fx by x square minus 2 by gx, then quotient we are taking as x here, then x square into x we are getting x cube, and minus 2 into x we are getting minus 2x. Then we know we have to subtract these, and when we are subtracting the algebraic expression, we are changing the sign here. X cube is getting a positive sign, for this reason we are taking minus, and 2x is negative here, for this reason we are taking this as positive. Then we have to arrange the when quotient also. Quotient is x, remainder we are getting minus 3x square plus 7x minus 3. In this 5x plus 2x we are getting 7x, minus 3 we are writing as it is, and minus 3x square. Always write the term in descending order. If the writing degree should be in descending order when we are dividing the polynomial. Then after this step we are getting the second quotient, because still what we are observing, the degree of remainder is not less than the degree of divisor. Then the third step we are getting, to get the second term of the quotient, divide the highest degree term of the new dividend obtained as remainder by the highest degree of the divisor. And up to when we have to follow this process, we have to continue this process till the degree of remainder is less than the degree of divisor. We are doing the division further up to when the degree of remainder becomes less than the degree of divisor. Then here I have the next step. The second quotient I am getting here as minus 3 if I am taking, because we have to make minus 3x square. Then x square into minus 3 we are getting as minus 3x square, minus 2 into minus 3 we are getting plus 6. And on solving we are getting the remainder as 7x minus 9. And if you are observing the degree, the divisor degree is 2, but the remainder degree is 1, and 1 is less than 2. Now the degree of remainder is less than the degree of divisor. It means that what we are observing here, the required quotient we are getting as x minus 3, and the required remainder we are getting as 7x minus 3. Then at last we are writing the quotient and remainder. Quotient we are getting as x minus 3, that we are representing by qx here, and remainder we are representing by rx 7x minus 9. Let us consider one more question. In the last question we have two polynomial and we have to find the quotient and remainder in that polynomial. But in this question we have to check whether the first polynomial is a factor of the second polynomial or not. Then what we know, for a factor, this we know, if we have to check whether the given polynomial is a factor of the other one or not, then what we are observing, we are dividing that two polynomial, and if you are getting the remainder as 0, it means that yes, the given polynomial is a factor of the other one. Here we are getting the two polynomial, 2t raised to power 4 plus 3t raised to power 3 minus 2t square minus 9t minus 12, and other one we are getting t square minus 3. What we are observing here, the variable is t. If the variable, we are getting a polynomial, these two are polynomial having variable t. Then in this we are dividing these two polynomial and we are checking whether we are getting the remainder as 0 or not. Then the dividend we are taking as the first function, we are taking as ft, and this one we are taking as the divisor, and we have to divide ft by gt. Ft is 2t raised to power 4 plus 3t raised to power 3 minus 2t square minus 9t minus 12, and we have to divide this polynomial by t square minus 3. Then here we have the first step, the first quotient we are getting 2t square because we need 2t raised to power 4, and if you are multiplying 2t square with t square, we are getting 2t raised to power 4. Then on multiplying by the divisor to this quotient, we are getting 2t raised to power 4 and minus 6t square, and on subtracting these two we are getting 4t square, and rest of the term we are writing as it is, minus 90 we are writing as it is, minus 12 we are writing as it is. Now we are observing the degree of the remainder. The degree of the remainder is 3, which is not smaller than the degree of the divisor. It means that we have to divide further. And if you are dividing this now, if you are taking the quotient as 3t, then on multiplying we are getting 3t cube minus 9t. If you are multiplying the quotient and divisor, then on solving we are getting 4t square as it is and 12 as it is. Still we are observing the remainder is, the degree of remainder is equal to the degree of the divisor. It is not less than the degree of the divisor, means still we have to do the division. Then one more step we have to do. Now this time I am taking the quotient as 4, and on multiplying we are getting 4t square minus 12, and on subtracting these two we are getting the remainder as 0. And this we know, if you are getting the remainder as 0, then the given two polynomial gt and ft, gt is a factor of ft. The quotient we are getting 2t square 3t plus 4, and remainder we are getting 0. And if remainder is 0, it means that yes, it is a factor of the given polynomial. T square minus 3 is a factor of 2t raised to power 4 plus 3t cube minus 2t square minus 9t minus 12. One more question I am taking, and this question is important for class 10th, because in the board examination we are getting 4 marks question this is. And in this question, if two zeros are given, already given, and we have to find the rest of the zeros. By observing the degree, we are able to tell the number of zeros it has. In this polynomial, I am taking the polynomial as 3x raised to power 4 plus 6x cube minus 2x square minus 10x minus 5, and here we are observing the degree is 4. It means that this should have 4 zeros. And in this question, 2 of its zeros are given. One zero is under root 5 by 3 and other one is minus under root 5 by 3. Means plus minus under root 5 by 3. These two zeros are given of this polynomial, and we have to find the rest of the zeros. And by observing the degree, this we are observing here 4 zeros it has. Then how to get the other two zeros? What we know, if you are recalling the second presentation of the polynomial chapter, then we have gone through the concept. In that one, we are taking the zeros as alpha and beta, and alpha and beta are the zeros of the polynomial. Then the factors we are getting as x minus alpha and x minus beta. X minus alpha and x minus beta, and on multiplying that two we are getting the required quadratic polynomial as x square minus sum of 0 into x plus product of 0 by using the suitable identity. If you are recalling the concept, go through the second presentation of this chapter, you will get this concept. We are forming a quadratic polynomial having zeros alpha and beta, then k into x minus alpha into x minus beta. Then here also, if two zeros are given and if you are using the same concept, then we are getting the divisor. And if that two values, root 5 by 3 and minus root 5 by 3, if these two values are the zeros of the given polynomial, it means that if you are multiplying these two, we will get a polynomial x minus this and x minus beta. Suppose we are considering this value as alpha, the first zero as alpha and the second zero as beta, and On multiplying these two factors, we are getting a polynomial, and that polynomial is a factor of the given polynomial. And if it is a factor of the given polynomial, means if you are dividing the given polynomial by the factor, always we are getting the remainder 0. We have done these kinds of question in class 9th also by using the factor theorem. We are factorizing the given polynomial by using factor theorem, and if we have to find the zeros, then we are equating that zeros to that 0 equal to 0. The zeros of the polynomial, we are taking that value equal to 0, then we are getting the zeros of the polynomial. We are able to make the factors. If the polynomial is given of degree 2, 3, 4, we are able to make the factors of that, and directly also we are able to get the zeros of this polynomial. In class 10th, we have gone through the concept. If these two zeros we have, then we are able to form a quadratic polynomial, because the two zeros are given, and that quadratic polynomial we are taking as the divisor, and this value we are taking as the dividend. And this we know, if we are dividing the dividend by divisor, we are getting the remainder 0. Since these two are the zeros of the polynomial, if the polynomial we have having the variable x, it means that the zeros are the values of x. Means x is equal to root 5 by 3 and x is equal to minus root 5 by 3. X, we have a polynomial having degree x, then these two are the zeros of the polynomial. And if you are making the factors, if you are taking x minus alpha into x minus beta and on multiplying, here we are getting x square minus 5 by 3, and if you are taking the value of k as 3, the quadratic polynomial we know, here we are getting k into x square minus 5 by 3. And if you are dividing, if you are taking the LCM and taking the value k as 3, we are getting the required divisor as 3x square minus 5. First of all, in this question we have to make the divisor. For making the divisor, correct divisor, you are getting 1 marks. 4 marks question this is. Up to this step, only just multiplying, take the given zeros as alpha and beta, and x minus alpha into x minus beta, you are getting a polynomial, and that polynomial is the divisor. Now by division algorithm, we have the concept, we are dividing the given polynomial by 3x square minus 5, and on following the step, first we are getting the quotient as x square, then we are getting as 2x, then we are getting 1, and here we are getting the remainder 0, because we are dividing it by the factor of the given polynomial. For this reason we are getting remainder 0. And if you are getting the remainder 0, then this concept also we know, dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. Dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. Here the remainder is 0, means the dividend we are getting as the product of divisor and quotient, because the remainder is 0, means the given polynomial written as the product of the divisor and the quotient. We have the factor of divisor. The factor of 3x square minus 5 we have under root 5 by 3 and minus under root 5 by 3. Only we have to make the factor of the quotient. And this is a quadratic polynomial. Easily by splitting the middle term, we are able to form the factor of these. Then here we are getting this polynomial, the given polynomial is written as the product of divisor and quotient. Remainder is 0 here. Then on solving, we are getting this x square plus 2x plus 1 is x plus 1 whole square, and the factor of 3x square minus 5 we have. The factor of this value 3x square minus 5 we have just to make the factor of x plus 1 whole square. and on making this value equal to 0 we are getting the values of x. Then if you are equating the value equal to 0 we are getting the value as -1. X plus 1 is equal to 0 we are getting, and if you are taking 1 on the other side x is equal to -1 we are getting, and x plus 1 whole square we have, it means that the two time we are taking the same value, x plus 1 equal to 0, x plus 1 equal to 0 means equal zeros we are getting, -1 -1. Then at last you have to write this all the zeros of the given polynomial. For writing this step, the statement, the last statement, we are getting half marks in the final examination. Root 5 by 3 minus root 5 by 3, these two zeros are given, and these two zeros we are getting from the question, and because the degree of the polynomial is 4, for this reason it should have 4 zeros.